been actually fun over the last 2 days, and we're looking forward for the continuation of the program. In terms of the impact, what is important to realize is that particularly the group that we're working with, which is the children, have been left for many years without chances and opportunities to meet other members of the community. In not having those opportunities, they risk of growing introvert and in limiting their relationship with the outside world to their community. While this can be understandable, it does not necessarily help them grow and become productive members of a society. The experiences of our school, Twin in Schools initiatives does help breaking down those communal barriers. It does change perceptions, and it influences a change in the stereotypes that may have been created in the children. What it also, indirectly, but by design, it influences the way that the families look at each other. Why? Because the children, when they have had an opportunity and exposure to the way of living of the other, the experiences of the other members of their fellow neighboring communities, they bring those experiences back home. And bringing them back home, they encourage, if not creating motivations also for the parents, to support maintaining some of these linkages. So for example, we had a number of situations where our kids, we call them our kids, have convinced their parents to travel with them to visit their new made friends, and have created a connection between communities that probably would have not had an opportunity before. In that, we think that this is very powerful from the social cohesion dimension, but it's also very important on the self-growth and the self-worth that the children can develop as a result. UNDP has primarily two ways in which it engages in policy. One is working directly with a government counterpart on shaping government policy and then seeing the effects of that policy trickling down. Another way, which is the way that we have been doing it, is working at the grassroots levels, and on the basis of the information and the experiences gained as a result of the implementation of the grassroots, is converting that information as input towards a policy, possibly influencing the policies in a given subject. As a matter of fact, tomorrow there will be a parallel session that will be involving the National Ministry of National Languages and Social Integration, Education Ministry, also the National Education Institute, the provincial education staff, the teachers, and this is one of a series of activities that will be undertaken as UNDP over the course of the next 6 months in terms of sharing the experiences that we have, the lessons learned, what we did well, what we could have done better probably, and the anticipation and the hope is that we can contribute towards the government adopting, if not our model, but at least elements of our model, particularly the dimension of reconciliation, peace building, and conflict management, into a future program that the government may be able to run independently.